what has a couple of wins done for the mood, the vibe around the team right now?
Yeah, it's good. Brings us a lot of energy, a lot of confidence, and we're just going to try to use that for the rest of the road trip here.
What do you liked about the line since Tony's been back with you?
I think good. I think yesterday we did a great job. I thought we were creating a lot of opportunities. I think we had multiple breakaways and grade A chances. So didn't really find the back of the net, but I think all those chances are good, and I think eventually they will fall.
What did you notice about Max after the healthy scratch? Did it light a fire on him, or what was your sense of him after that?
I think he's been skating. He's been working hard, making plays, taking the body, everything that we need from him. So he's really stepped up and been great.
What's something that maybe has surprised you about Easton talent? And you've been around him, you've seen him play, he's continuing to grow, but maybe is there an area or something on or off the ice that really surprised you?
Yeah, I guess to start with on the ice, I think his game's matured quite a bit. There's a play in the third period where he got knocked down and got right back up and got it out of the zone. That's shows a lot of confidence in him to do that kind of stuff. And so I think he's maturing a lot. And off the ice, I think he's just grown a lot as a person. I think everyone's starting to get to know him, and he's getting more comfortable with the guys. So it's a lot of fun having him around.
Finally have a guy younger than you on the team. You taking him under your wing at all, or no?
No, that's there's a lot of older guys that do that digging, so I don't think that's on me yet.
You mentioned the energy levels too. This is a long road trip for your group, but
it
seems as though the games has gotten better as you've gone along. Your winning certainly helps, but how, I don't know, surprised or pleased with the fact that maybe fatigue hasn't been a factor. You guys can just continue to roll.
Yeah, I think the road trip's good for us. Just to kind of be around each other all the time, and the energy levels have been great. Obviously it's a tight schedule, but I think we're doing our best, and we got one more left that we could close this road trip out on a good note.
Craig is undecided about whether to stick with 5 forwards on the power play moving forward. If it does continue, though, what's the key guarding against the counterattacks and not get hit on that?
Yeah, I think is just playing above them. I think if you see them about to get the first touch, I think just getting back and being urgent in our D zone, little things like that. But I think we obviously create a lot offensively, and I think we do some good chances. But when the puck's not on our stick, I think we got to get back and just play defense a little bit better.
How much urgency is there to get that kind of in order to the power play moving forward here?
Yeah, it's really important. Special teams are obviously very important in the game, and could be the difference maker. So to have that dialed in, obviously our penalty kill has been really good. The past few games. So I think if our power play gets there too, then we're gonna be a hard team to beat.
Can you give an example of how Scott Laughton's impacted the culture and the energy of your room since he's been?
Yeah, he's probably one of the loudest players I've been around, honestly. When it comes to being in the locker room and around the guys, but yeah, it's good. It's that kind of energy that we need, and we needed that energy, especially when he came back in our lineup. I think it was important to have him in there and just constantly talking and bringing the fun. So yeah, he's been an important piece for our team.
Has he grabbed the DJing role yet? I know he was a big controller of the music in Philly.
I'm pretty sure he does do it now. Yeah, it's pretty hardcore, but yeah, it's maybe he'll tune it down a little bit.
What's when you're in hardcore?
It's just like a lot of rap, and I don't know. You just see him head bobbing a little bit, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, it's good.
Not enough country for you.
Not enough country for me. No.
What do you like about "Come On Eileen" as a win song?
I think it's cool. I think it's nice. Yeah, gets the guys going.
Who gets credit for that?
I have no idea. It must be Lottie, but I'm not sure.
Thanks very much. What sort of impact has a couple wins here made on the kind of mood, the vibe around the team?
That's been great. I mean, I think that's kind of what you're looking for, just kind of building that momentum, building that confidence, and you don't want to get too ahead of yourself. You just want to continue building as a team, and we got a great opportunity tomorrow to end the road trip on the right note.
Can you think of an example of how Scott Laughton's impacted the culture and the energy around your group?
I can think of plenty of examples. I just think he's an incredible teammate, an incredible person, and I think the impacts he's got both on the ice and off it are incredibly valuable to the team. And just like you said, the energy that he brings, he makes everybody smile, everybody laugh, and he's a guy that you love to have on your team out there because he's a competitor as well. So it's been great to have him back in the lineup and just have him around because he's always kind of the guy that's just bringing up the vibes and the energy.
Pretty long road trip for your group, but yet it seems from the outside that you've kind of gotten better as this thing's gone along. How do you like the way the group has handled the energy and it doesn't really seem as though fatigue on this long one has really been a factor.
Yeah, I think it's always nice to kind of get out on the road. I don't think we've really had an opportunity to go on a road trip like this so far this season. So it's just nice, get away, get to a couple nice cities, have some time together, have some dinners and stuff like that, and spend some time all of us together. So I think that does a lot for the group. And like I said, I mean, you get a couple big wins, and it's amazing what that does for your confidence. So we just want to keep that momentum rolling.
What has stood out about Max's play in the 2 games on your line since coming back from the scratch?
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, I think he's been playing with a lot of energy, just kind of doing what he does. He plays fast, he makes plays, he's tenacious on pucks, and I think he's been playing great so far. I thought he was great last game and generated a lot of good opportunities, so it's been good.
Is there a carryover from the chemistry that you guys had 2 years ago, like when you guys played on that line together?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think we spent a lot of time together off the ice, so I just think that can translate on the ice as well. And I think we understand the spots and areas that we like to be in, and just trying to look for each other and knowing where Knies is going to be, and just trying to gel all 3 of us, all 5 guys on the ice, and do what you can to create open looks for one another.
You know him pretty well. Did the scratch, did you sense like light a fire under him, or what did you make of how he handled that?
I mean, I think he handled it great. I think all the guys, they all understand, and I think everybody's a big boy, and you just got to do what you can with that. Take that kind of information and feedback, and just kind of use it to motivate you a little bit. And I thought, Dak's been great since he's been back. Obviously Max, and nobody wants to get scratched. Everybody wants to play. We're fortunate to have a lot of guys, that can play all throughout the lineup. So sometimes, mixing things up can obviously help, or can light a spark. And I thought the guys have handled it really well. I mean, everybody's team first, and whatever helps the team. And whether you're in the lineup or not, doing whatever you can to help out.
I was undecided about whether to stick with the 5-4 look on the power play moving forward. If it does go back to that, what's kind of the key to making sure you don't give up the counter strikes?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we had guys back there, and then we just kind of I think they out-battled us in that corner, and we just kind of lost coverage. But I mean, I think in the end, it's just getting pucks to the net. It doesn't need to be overcomplicated. I think we did a little bit, maybe too much passing around the outside instead of just attacking and going from there. It doesn't have to be 3, 4, 5 passes before you can get a look. It can be a shot, recovery, 1 pass, 2 passes, and then just continue to attack. So I think we could just do a better job of that and go from there. I mean, obviously the power play has been kind of hit or miss, and we need that to be good. It's got to be an area where in tight games, especially down the stretch, where special teams play such a big part in the game, that it's given us more momentum, giving us life, and eventually helping us win hockey games.
Not sure if you heard, but the Olympic ice rink is going to be 4 feet shorter. Did you hear about that?
I did hear about that.
How do you imagine that would impact the game?
I don't know. Just hoping it gets ready on time, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that looks like or what that feels like. I mean, I think in the end, you're going there and you're representing your country, and it's been something a lot of us have been, yearning for a long time, to be able to have the opportunity to play in the Olympics. And, in the end, it can be a 100 by 100 foot sheet. Like, you just want to go out there and play and have that opportunity. So hopefully they can kind of resolve everything and get everything figured out. But in the end, you just got to go out there and play, I guess.
You want to get out of today?
Yeah, just get in. We stayed over, so we had the ice available. We can skate today and not tomorrow. That's touch the ice a little bit. 1 structured drill, some shooting, and that's it.
How do you like just the energy levels of a long trip, and obviously you're going to have results, but how have you sort of gauged?
Yeah, energy's been really good. I think the guys being together on the road has really been good for us. Just them being together, dinners, things like that, being around each other, and it's been really good. The bench has been good, the room, energy's been good, and even this morning in practice after a game, I like the energy out there today.
Can you think of an example for Scott Lawton on how he's impacted the culture or the energy of this group?
Bring spirit to your team. Team spirit's really important, and I believe, I don't believe it, I know it, that he brings that team spirit every game. He's very great. He's a great teammate, likable guy. You know, always chatting and talking and doing things like that. So he brings a lot to the team outside of the ice, you know, and I think it's important. Locker room guys are very important in this game, and then he impacts the ice with his work ethic and second and third effort out there as a player.
Can you think about comparable in terms of
I had
personality?
Patty Maroon.
I don't know.
You know, it's a different player, but Patty Maroon was one of those guys we had in St. Louis. Like he, you know, he's one of those guys that brings a lot of team spirit, brings a lot of energy to the room and on the bench, and you know, he's all about the team.
What have you learned about Nick Law?
Well, I always thought Nick was a good player. I mean, watching him in Vegas for a number of years, you know, he's strong on pucks. Like, you know, that's the thing. When I watch Nick, he hangs on the pucks and very good at being in the spot in the center position to take pucks and then transporting up the ice. You know, he's just strong on it, and you know, he thinks the game pretty well too out there. Like, you know, he's got a good head on his shoulders. But for me, it's all about him hanging on the pucks, and he creates a lot of things that way.
You wanted him and Joshua together from
Yeah.
the get-go, and it seems to be paying off.
It is. I think they're forming an identity, those three guys right now. I mean, they're all on the same page. You got some good speed out there with Bobby getting on pucks, and Dak's really starting to skate now too. So that's a difference in his game for me, is his skating.
You mentioned you ran out of patience with the power play last night, but I'm just wondering how much more runway you feel you can give it moving forward here, or it's best to move away from the experiment, 5 forwards.
Yeah, I mean, I still undecided in that department. I mean, I'm still thinking about it, and we didn't work on it today. I didn't think it was a good day to work on it today, but we definitely got to figure it out, and the players got to figure it out.
Why wasn't it a good day to work on it?
I think, like, you know, after a game, like, you know, it just, I don't think their heads were going to be into it. I don't, you know what I mean? I didn't want to tax the penalty kill either. You know, we played last night, you know. I didn't feel it was a day to work on it, that's all.
Earning a coach's trust is pretty big as Easton continues to try and earn yours. What are you noticing about the way he's kind of earning a little bit more in your books?
Making plays under pressure, making smart plays under pressure for the most part. I mean, there's still things that we work on daily with him with video and showing him things, and but he's a good listener, and he wants to learn, he wants to get better, and that's why he's improving, in my opinion. You know, he's made a lot of good plays. He made a lot of good plays last night that go unnoticed, in my opinion. But you know, I just love his engine. He just goes. You know, he skates hard, and he works and competes. So it's just keep working with him. Young guys, it takes a little bit of time to get it down, but he's getting it down pretty quickly, in my opinion.
What do you think has been missing when you've had one of the D on that first unit, whether it was Riley or Anderson?
I don't know if because we changed the D, if they're not the issue, like they're not. It's all everybody on the ice that has to be accountable to it. It's not just one guy. We're just trying to find something that works. You know, I think more than anything, that's why.
Is it a chemistry?
Last year we went to 5 forwards and it worked, and it, you know, pretty much worked most of the season. So we just thought that get Matthews up top, getting the puck in his hands a little bit more, but like I said, we just got to keep working at it and find some chemistry somewhere.
William had the maintenance day last week, and the illness was where you think
Who?
William Nylander, you know, had the maintenance day, the illness last week. It was a season low ice time for him last night. Like, where do you feel like he's at physically?
Oh, he's fine physically.
What did you see from him last night?
Like his line. I mean, his ice time was his ice time last night. It wasn't like he didn't get out there. He was out there with his line every shift. So I don't know. Ice times, they don't mark him properly up there half the time anyhow, so I don't really go off of it.
Okay.
And Willie, I thought Willie worked last night. A lot didn't happen with that line offensively, but this is what I tell you when you play Florida. You're gonna have, it's gonna be that way sometimes. And what I liked about their line is they didn't force things. You know, they didn't force things. They just kept it and kept working and doing the job. So, you know, that's gonna happen at times.
Do you expect to use Dennis in one of the next two?
Possibly, yeah. I don't know yet.
What's your sense of how much Michelli's handling being on the outside right now?
Well, I think he's obviously wants to play. We all know that. Every player wants to play, but he's handled it positively. I mean, he knows that he's got to be better, and you know, put him in the Washington game. There wasn't a lot there. I thought he struggled in that game, and we won the last couple. So I don't know if, you know, I'm not going to change the lineup. You know, we'll see.